Hello, everybody, and welcome back to a new episode of Survival Fountain of Youth. Before I actually take off, let me summarize what happened in the previous episode because it's useful to do that, not just for you, also for me. So, we are a member of an expedition led by Ponce de Leon in search of the Fountain of Youth. When we were close to our target area, our ship was hit by a storm and we were shipwrecked on a small island, and on that island we learned basic crafting, movement stuff, things like that. Then at the end of that we went over to the main island, and one of the things we learned was how to set up, how to create actually a map. So we ended on the main island. We had a clue about where to be, and we got there. We did some exploration. We found out that the island is called Island of Hope by Ponce de Leon, who also survived, and he told us that we could actually get spyglass somewhere in this region, and he made a map about, let's see, where is it? Yeah, no, no. Let me I want to do a summary, not a full story. Find it anymore. Well, he showed us that he left his spyglass at the location and actually hoped that we would be able to find it. So this is what I was looking for. So basically what we are going to do is preparing a little bit for our journey. We currently have 20 kilograms of items with us, and we currently have a total weight we can carry of 28 kilograms or units. Well, I'm Dutch, I'm going to use kilograms. So that's our maximum. We've got some food, some roasted meat, coconut, green coconut, anti poison. We've got one steamed leaf bandage. We should be able to make a few more actually. And some branches. Special resource, living water. So what I intend to do, because it's midday, we're going to find some more items to create the steamed leaf bandage and maybe a belt. And for a belt, I'm going to need liana rope, but we only have one. We need two. And for liana rope, I need narrow leaves. So I can create one. No, hang on, that's not right. Let's find it. I'm going to get some narrow leaves. The thing is, I can't pick up that much anymore, given that at some point I will have a problem with my weight. I also figured out how to craft some things. So one liana rope, and now I'm able to craft the belt, except I need a workbench for it, so still useless. Need a workbench. So eventually I will have to find a location where I can create a workbench, and once I have that workbench we can do the rest. So looking at the region map, there are two ways to get there. We got the map we saw in the journal, unknown location yet. This is probably the Santa Catarina. So we've got a journey through the jungle, but I have a raft. So what I'm going to do actually is sail this way. And later, once I have done that and once we got to the new location, I will probably do the land journey, because that land journey is dangerous for one. So I need to be careful. And sea journey will actually help me unlock some other things. In particular, it may give me the opportunity to find some sea urchins and some starfish to create the caviar. Plus, and that's also very important, it's a little bit more safe because I won't encounter wild animals, or at least I'm able to avoid them. While the land journey will bring me absolutely close to any wild animal I don't want to meet. On the other hand, and that's the whole thing, we got plants over there. We've got a liana tree nearby, which, no, we've got a big mapping tree nearby. So if I go by sea or coast, but basically by sea, I have to do a landing at some point and get to that tree to map part. There's another tree also needed for mapping. If I go by land, I can do quick access. I'm still going by sea because we got a raft. And upgrading, using that raft without having to craft one may be more useful. I can also unequip that spear for the time being. Speaking of, we need to craft a new one at some point. I can do a bow and wooden arrows if I want to. But it's not that good. Not to mention, I don't have any available slot right now. I need the belt for that. So I may actually collect a long stick, craft myself, if I haven't done that yet. No, I haven't done that yet. Craft myself another spear. 4 kilograms left. Yep, I'm going to craft myself another spear and do the sailing. Wood spear, craft. Now it's near dark. I need to drink, and that's a problem. No, actually it isn't. It is if I do this. Hey. Eat. I'm going to do the sailing the next day. Because my bed's still there anyway. Never mind. So what I'm going to need now is food. I also need to drink actually. It's still early in the morning, so not that warm, which is very nice weather to move on. Helm. Eventually we will be able to sail away, and sailing away means that I have been able to create myself a dock, and with it I'm also able to do fast traveling. That's going to last a while. Right now, the most important thing to do is getting to that new location, getting food actually, getting to the new location and figuring out where the heck everything is. Once that's done, could have sailed along a bit more by the look of things. Once that's done, I can actually focus on exploring the entire island. Because main priority right now, getting water and getting shelter. There we have one of those strange dog thingies, which bit us pretty hard on the ship. So there's actually an area between us. This is where we currently are. We have date palm, coconut palm, crabs, tobacco, eucalyptus, more tobacco, chamomile, big branches, long sticks, stone, wild chicken, leaves, sage, short-eared dogs, bread tree, hibiscus, kako or ichacho. So that's basically, and here, liana. That's basically the thing what we noticed in this area. Plus, there is that statue on we saw on the big map. So I'm here. I'm not going to hunt. I am going to this spot. And I'm going to do that with the raft. That also means, considering the raft is up there, there must be another tree nearby. Oh, hang on. Completely forgot. We have eggs. So there must be a location somewhere to cover it up. Probably that tree we see over there. Now let's go down. Back to the raft, back to the beach. And let's do some hunting. Some of the items we can harvest right away. Some of them may actually need some extra work. But the nice thing is, with this I'm actually able to find out what is where, and I can harvest stuff. Good, here a little bit stronger. I can harvest stuff which in the end will help us get everything we need. Clothing, medicine, food, all that. The key is I need to travel light. Thing is, if I eat this, I always have a chance for indigestion, and I want to avoid that as much as possible. Still very low music, by the way. Let's see, a few coconuts and a crab. So my food supply is finally getting up. That's why. I need this. Because we need to drink. Fried eggs, very well. Stone arrows, because we got the feathers. So everything is improving right now. Coconut and date palm. So it looks like my health is going up, which is good news for a change. I have left 2 kilograms, okay. Chance. See, that's why exploring is so important. Only because we got few things to actually use. Medicine. Hibiscus petals. Runny nose, flu, severe flu, pneumonia. So I need a campfire for that. And the juice, stomach ache, indigestion, diarrhea, food poisoning. Also needed a campfire for it. We reached level 3 at throwing, so 10% more damage, and we got a little bit more strength, so our maximum weight is increased by 5%. That's also a good thing. No problem. I don't have anything left in cargo capacity. Those bloody crabs are half a kilogram. So there's nothing I currently can do. Move on. We will find more than enough wreckage. Unfortunately, I'm lucky. I was about to say, unfortunately, everything we find is junk, but no, there are some crates that aren't junk. Still need more strength. I won't loot all crates I see, because I can always use them. Oh, we have bludgeoning. I can always use them later for emergency supplies. The moment I remove stuff from the crates, that was a fishing spot, okay. The moment I remove stuff from the crates, it will start spoiling. So as long as I keep it inside the crates, I can still use it. So from here, it looks like quite a nice tropical paradise with the occasional scorpions. That's the other tree. So we've gone far beyond what we currently mapped. There's still a lot to go. I think the goal is that while you're moving to that spot where that spyglass was left behind, While you're moving there, you will find the liana, the mapping trees, etc., etc. Map the island and then eventually pick a point to settle down. Of course, I have played the game before, so I know a few things about what to find, where to find it, a few things I actually do remember, that is. And yeah, that makes some things easier. I also played the demo of this game when it was not even when it was released. Before that, and one of the things I learned from that is that journey is quite dangerous, especially some of the last parts. So that's why I prefer the sea trip by now. After all, we got a free raft. Use it. It's that simple. This is that bay we saw on that map. So we're going to sail here. At some point I'm going to dock. The thing is, it looks like quite a nice location, and in a way it is, but it's having one major flaw, and that was that narrow part we just passed. Look what we found here. Columbus's spyglass. Funny thing is, it was Ponce de Leon, not Columbus, who actually left that spyglass. So, survival tasks. That actually means we finally have some things to do here. So we need a base. What we got here, that's I think the mapping tree we used. Looking at the location, we need to go to a mountain, so let's bring up the we have to go to a native observatory. We have survival task to complete. So house, water collector, spear, and this gives a 25% mapping range bonus. On top of that, sailing. Oh, that's also. So, there's an animal. There is another animal. We have builder toolkits, a wooden hammer. I will ignore that for the moment. A ship box here with an obsidian saw, but not as good. The nice thing is I can actually move items in there. Meaning, no, I'm going to need the eggs. And freeing up space, which I can use to build stuff. And that saved me a lot of kilograms. Now I'm able to pick up the hammer and the building toolkit, and look at that. Lots of blueprints unlocked. Starting with a weapon rack. We already had the boxes, but for the house, foundation. Another foundation. Walls with doors, with windows, cropped half walls. Staircase, ladders, the roof, pillars, floors, shelves, tables, furniture. I'm certainly going to use that. The wall anchor. Plants. And the weapon rack. Okay, we already had a weapon rack. For that, I need builder toolkits. And for builder toolkits, I need a common log. For a common log, I need a carpentry workbench, which is a machine. And a saw, and that's why the obsidian saw was in there. So, lots and lots of things to do. I don't want to go too close, but look at that. See that? Hang on, I use a spare tip. See that white shimmering up there? That's where we need to go at some point. I won't go too far, because I know there are some of those nasty doggies nearby. But I thought I had seen some movement. Guess not. Thing is, I don't want to head into the jungle before I'm actually prepared well enough. that's how you deal with doggies. I'm still having doubts. We don't have the map yet. Wait, I do have a map yet. This narrow point. Bingo. That's the bottleneck. If I settle on this part of the corner of that beach, I'm able to bypass that narrow point with sailing, but at the same time I'm a little bit more away from several resources. That's why I'm having doubts right now. Okay. I need stone. We need to craft a campfire. Let's start by that. And sticks. Place. Nice news. That stupid doggy is gone. I was afraid of this. Hey, I need a shovel. I don't have a shovel. The animals will run away a lot. So over time I will be able to capture them. But early on it will be quite hard. Now we got two doggies, which is enough for food. We got enough sticks, so I can slowly start building my base. Maybe I'm lucky. I'm not sure, but it's worth a try. Well, not like that. It was worth a try. Just didn't work out. Ow. Yep, well, that's why we got that bandage. Anything else? I don't think so. I need stone. Crafting. I thought we need a workbench. Bam. We've got more housing parts. Which ones? Ah, that one, sage. And I can actually get stone and blades from here. What I need right now is getting my house built. Well, Okay, I need stones. It's all a matter of getting resources and move on. First of all, eat. See how fast that bread and that apple are actually losing their durability. Stone, if I'm not mistaken, there was stone here somewhere near the beach. Bingo. But I need a saw. So I also will need small stones. And another one. Okay. Yes, I know. Resource. Stone. Craft. Inventory. Still too much. Crafting. Resource builder. Toolkits. Can't do that. I need a carpentry workbench for that. I needed that big stone for something. Yeah, that one. Need a workbench for that. So it's off to a crawl. Because I don't want to drop anything on the ground right now. No, I need something to drink. Craft. Inventory. Getting better. I also need a place to sleep right now. Because my energy is getting dangerously low. So what can we drop without getting too many problems. Yeah, this is the problem. That stone is 8 kilograms. This is 14. If I turn this into small ones, probably still have the same amount. Yep, we do. This is going to take a long while. Including all the annoying noises. It really sounds as if he's suffering from constipation. Now the good news from this game, basically everything respawns. That includes stones, but also trees. So to get all the wood and everything I need, I can actually cut down trees, then wait a while and come back later to cut down the same tree again. And that's what I'm going to do in a bit. I will create the workbench, and with that I'm also able to get some other items, build the house according to something that I know that actually works, or at least which is close to my favorite way of building things. And every time I'm short on materials, I just need to wait a couple of game days before I'm able to build, to cut down things again. And this is actually the shadow moving, the sun, not that we all of a sudden are moving faster. And this is taking ages. Let's do it in 2 steps. Otherwise it will take way too long. Also a feature this game has, crafting from chests. bricks. Campfire, I need a bed. And for a bed, I needed 5 leaves. Going to drop the bed immediately at that floor. What, again? Long stick, don't have that yet. That's how to do it. I don't have any building. Ooh, I got a terrible cut. I need that one. Tools. Building. Toolkit. Carpentry workbench. Which is a machine. One common log. Juliana rope. Common log. Can only take one, of course. So the first phase is building everything outside. Where's my axe? There, broken. New blueprint. Now what? Oh, dog. Yeah, we'll use that later. Um, Starting to run low on energy already. It's too deep. That's how you do it. I'm going to need water. What's in the journal? Obsidian. Yeah, we have to get obsidian at some point. I'm aware of that. Right now, we need builder toolkits. No more. Okay. So, time for another one. The nice part of, well, actually, it's not a nice part. The strange part of this game is that trees regrow, for sure, but also in the way how everything works in here. Um, Time to build walls. Let me see. With window place. Two, three. More food. I'm still running out of... Ah, I noticed why. I knew it. I knew we had total up here. Um. Ah, yeah, floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That one needs to be removed. That one needs to be removed. same thing goes here. And a normal wall. Door in there. Door in there. Because at some point I want to access the water. So that's what the walls are going to be. And I can actually, no, not going to move on. Floor. Place. No, half floor. No, not yet. Time to make. Let's see how many builder toolkits. We need lots. Son of a gun. It's also time to sleep again. Very well. So that's what the house is going to look like. I'm not there yet. But at least we get an impression about how things are going. Do I have? Yes, we do. So I will build this in my free time. And then next episode we will see more of the things I'm going to add. Workbenches, skin dryer, traps. We have a water collector at some point. Fertilizer because of the rotted foods. This is going to be needed, and we will explore the island a little bit more. Campfire with stones is also very important. I will also start adding storages, at least some boxes. Not going to do a full hut. It's nice, but I'm not going to build that. I want a proper house. Going to do a nice bed of leaves at some point, and we will slowly progress. As you can see, stone, improved stone, which means I need to craft a blade, obsidian, shovels, pickaxe. So there's plenty to do, plenty to discover, and plenty to enjoy for sure. For now, thanks for watching everybody, and I do hope you've been enjoying it. I did. It's always nice to build up a base actually, so I have been enjoying it. I hope you did too, and because of that, I hope to see you next week. Have a good week, everybody, and see you then. Goodbye.